Hey, what's up guys? New video for you today. We are at Kansas in the ARCA Menards car. This is going to be lap 2, and this is going to be for a 30.259. So we're on our second of our hot lap. Now keep in mind, normally on this lap before the lap, you know, your quote-unquote build-up lap, you would wrap the outside because it's a longer distance around, so you would have more speed. So I could have had a faster time had I not been trying to get a fast time on this lap. So I ran this first lap like I would the second one. So on 3 and 4 I took the bottom. So if I would have wrapped the top, this probably would have been a little quicker. But so I'll use this line here, this last mark, as a turn in. So as you can see, when I pass that and that green light, I've noticed in 3 and 4, if you get down to the apron too early, you end up smacking the outside wall coming out. So you really have to kind of, you know, slowly transition down to the bottom. I don't even think I got all the way down this time. So it looks like I'm keeping my left tires a little inside this little patch here. So you want to get to that patch kind of late. So you want to get to that patch a little past these hash marks. Now I'm below them. After those hash marks, then before these, so about halfway between the two sets. Then once you get your wheel down, you want to try to keep it as smooth as possible. You're going to start drifting up the track. You don't want to add more wheel at this point, because if you do, you're just going to scrub the fronts and you're going to knock off some of your time. So you can see, even though I'm headed up towards the wall, I'm still opening up the wheel and just trusting the line. So then we're going to bring it down and we're going to hug the inside apron next to the grass. Try to be smooth when you come across this bump here, because you can lose time there if you're not careful. And also, you want to smoothly get over to this line. You don't want to jerk the wheel, or you know, if you feel like you're not going to be able to get closer to it without really fighting the car, just kind of keep it where it's at so you don't scrub off more time. Same thing with that bump there. So with turn 1, I like to turn in a little early compared to 3 and 4. So you can see here, I'm turning in right before the banking transition, but I'm not turning in too deep. You know, I'm coming in about halfway down the track. Except this time we're going to get closer down to the apron than we did on 3 and 4. So you can see here, you're going to have your front tire as close as you can get it as close as you can get it to this line here, which obviously I could have done a better job, but it was fast enough. Okay, go back to cockpit. So at about that hash mark there, you're going to start to feel the car drift up the track. Once again, make sure you don't add more wheel at this point in the turn. You're going to slowly start to open your wheel up. As you can see, my right hand here slowly starting to open up. And you can see I'm opening up way before I get on the straightaway. So that just lets you know that your entry was good and you maintained it throughout the corner. So by opening up early, that allows us to get more speed. You know, that's longer that your car is going in a straight line, which is obviously going to give you more speed. And then 3 and 4, same thing. I'm looking at about this light here, or this mark on the barrier. So that right then I start to turn my wheel. Once again, like the build-up lap, you don't want to get down to the bottom too early. So you can see I'm slowly making that transition down to where those left side tires are going to be, you know, on the inside of this patch here. I ran about 30 laps trying to get to this point, and I noticed that every time I got down too early, it was just a guarantee that I was going to smack the wall coming out. So you can see it once again between that hash and that one is when the car is going to start to want to drift up. So you can see about halfway starts to drift up. So that's a good reference to know whether you're going to hit the wall or not. If it starts to drift up before that or at that first hash, there's a good chance you're going to hit the wall. So you don't want it to drift up before the halfway point between those two hashes. And once again, you can see I'm opening the wheel up before I get on the straight. And that's allowing me to have a longer drive off. And then just like before, we're going to cut down. Careful on this little transition here. Don't fight too hard to get to the white line, but get as close as you can. And there you go, that's going to be a 30.259, and now we'll play it full on in cockpit view. Alright, just I should have said at the beginning that this is going to be 100% throttle, so there's no lifting or braking. So that's why the importance of when you turn in is paramount with this track. Because if you turn in too early on 3 and 4, you're going to smack the wall, and if you turn into 1 and 2 too late, same thing's going to happen. So if this helped you, all I ask is just leave a quick like and subscribe. It goes a long way in helping me get these videos out, you know, as a new YouTube creator. So thanks for watching, and you guys have a good one.